Well, friends, I just received a message on the email informing me about my stats for my stream on January the 26th. The only problem is it's January the 25th, so I want to know
That's impressive.
how I got stats from the future that I appear to have streamed for at least 1 minute and 11 seconds in the future. So,
Well,
look forward-
it's here. I'm streaming you, and it's 26th of January where I'm streaming it from.
I'll accept that, but in order for that to have happened, Streamlabs would have had to have forgotten that I'm on the East Coast of the United States. I don't know, friends. I don't know. What better place than here? What better time than now? It is the 18th episode of Warhammer 40K Wrath and Glory Dark Inquisition. I don't have a clever intro, but I do have this to say. You can't control your audience. They're going to do what they're going to do. And one of our audience members has decided to watch all the episodes of this show with YouTube subtitles on. I have seen some of their work, some of their clips, and I have to say I agree with them. James does not speak English, according to YouTube. What comes out of his mouth in many occasions is garbage. Untranslatable garbage. I'm guessing it's when he says things like Drakari or anything along those lines. But sometimes when he's talking, it just... And you know what? It's not like we're sitting around and having a discussion about book club. We're using... This includes Battletech. We use terms that wouldn't show up on an auto-translate without some very serious filters. But I gotta say, I enjoy that it picked on James, because he really hurt me very badly last week.
Can I present my rebuttal?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't think it's the accent or even
I don't think
the
it's
language.
The accent either.
No, I was the last of 5 children by a long stretch. So when I was growing up, there were 2 ways to communicate in my house: say it fast or say it loud. So I do tend to speak a lot faster than the average person might. Or perhaps other people just think a lot slower than I speak. I'm not sure, but apparently YouTube can't handle it.
Well, YouTube and being able to think quickly aren't exactly 2 things that go hand in hand. So,
wow,
he's right, you know.
Well, when we're done throwing shade at YouTube and walking in a single file line through the sand, let's find out what's going on with everybody else here. Pondo. That's it.
Hi,
I don't have any
Pondo.
follow-up. I just said your name. That's it.
Yeah, I'm Pondo.
Okay.
hi Pondo, I'm Sid.
Yeah.
I've been
I like
sober
doing that to
for-
Cotton, by the way, but that's because she never has a follow-up ready. Pondo's odd pause here is uncharacteristic.
I've done it Thursday.
Mm-hmm. I'm just squinting at you. What do you got going on, Pondo?
Nothing much. I've been just messing around with Tabletop Simulator most of the day. I went to go see Doolittle. It was actually pretty good.
Was it?
Yeah.
I am shocked.
It at moments it felt like it was rushed. Which isn't terrible. It's not great because some things would have been better if they kind of took their time with it. But it was all around a good movie. I enjoyed it. I had smiles. I like the interactions and the characters. And if you have a child, I do recommend go seeing it. That's my review for it, without as many spoilers as possible.
Does Robert Downey Jr. just seem like he's playing Tony Stark in every role now? That's the way it seems to
He
me.
doesn't have a role other than that, just different accents, really.
Wow.
If we're being honest here.
If you were being paid tens of millions of dollars to be Tony Stark and everything, do it too.
He definitely has a typecast, and it's very much, Tony Stark, Sherlock Holmes, kind of leaked into do it a little bit. I'll be honest, not as bad as like either Sherlock Holmes or Tony Stark, but he doesn't create a death machine and hopes that it will solve all the problems so we don't have to avenge the world or shoot up
Spoilers.
cocaine just to feel
Although
alive.
I have to say, something like that would greatly freshen up the overall premise of the story behind Dr. Dolittle. It really would.
It explained quite a lot if there were just mountains of cocaine involved. It's
No,
like,
they do it like at the very beginning when he talks to the animals, but they actually do have it where he does like the gorilla noises or like the bird or dog noises. Like he's legitimately trying to talk in their language. I thought it was pretty funny and clever.
that's what it's like somebody can speak with animals, and then to everybody else, it just sounds like horrible, just the worst noises.
Yes.
Gygax noises, you know.
Yeah, Gygax noises. That posh Britishness that he actually speaks.
Yes. I thought it was a good twist from the original Doolittle, where they were talking to him. He was telling them to shut up. People were like, who are you talking to? No one. Self, the dog. Don't judge. That was pretty much my day. Nothing really much happened since BattleTech, so.
Okay. Sid Alpha, I understand that you've released a video you've been working on for at least 2 weeks.
Actually, you misunderstand.
Wow.
This was
0.5.
a quick update for some very recent happenstances that in no way replaces the massive video that I am still working on, because that's what happens when a shady, scummy developer attempts to DMCA not only one but two different YouTubers, yourself included, and utterly fails. And then that developer has to deal with not one but two very pissed off YouTubers, which we are. So yeah, that update video I'm still very much working on. Still have a ways to go on it, but it's been a pretty good day, actually. My parents are visiting. I got a bunch of work done, got today's video out. It has since been demonetized by YouTube, so thank you, YouTube, for that. That's amazing. But YouTube kind of gave me a backhanded compliment there. They demonetized my video, but they sent me the code, so I've been approved. I will be getting the silver play button.
Wow.
And so I got that submitted, and I should be receiving that here within the next few weeks.
Are you going to get a stand so that it's literally directly over your
it's
head
going to
like
be
a
just,
halo?
it's going to be right here, like at all times.
Yeah, if I had it, that's what I would be doing.
It's going to be hanging from the
right
ceiling.
here. And in fact, I'd probably bring my camera down so that it was dead center and that you'd only see my eyes from now on.
See, it's going to be on a drop cord, so I just pull the cord and it'll just pop down right here.
That's that Ronald Swan science right there. Okay.
There's a machinist I follow, Sid, that took forever for him to finally get his. So he's like, fuck it, I'm going to make my own. And the one he made was infinitely better than the one.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. So he's like, I'll just make my own. He's like, I've earned it. I think I've earned it. It's real nice.
I remember there was actually one channel where it's this guy and his son, and they just take stuff apart and inspect them and then put them back together and stuff like that. And so what did they do when they got their silver play button? They took it apart and stuff. And I wonder what's inside this. So they cut it in half.
Yeah. I watched one guy. He was trying to
back in the case.
He was trying to figure out what it was made out of. And so like he was doing all sorts of like displacement stuff, like, whatever. It's oh God, I have to look it up. But it's not the cheapest stuff, but it's just really dense, because people pick things up like, oh, it's heavy. It must be made of something valuable or whatever. It's not just like silver coated lead, but it's, the frame is actually the most valuable part of the whole thing.
It looked like it was like when they cut it in half, it looked like it was plated aluminum or something like that.
It's heavier than that. Let's see if I can find it. But he was saying that the frame, the extruded aluminum frame, is probably the most expensive part of the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. So I got that bit of good news. I actually did not believe I would be able to get the button. I didn't think I was going to be approved for it because YouTube doesn't like me very much. So
I don't
that
like
was
you
a very
either.
large surprise.
I've got the death sentence in 12 systems.
And yeah, that's about all I've had going on since Thursday. Got some good news, got some bad news. Threatening a lawsuit against a game developer. So, you know, some ups and some downs.
Fuck him up.
Very well.
Yeah, I have a lot of lawyers that I'm going to be meeting over the course of the next couple of weeks.
One of my favorite comments was somebody was talking about, you know, Sid, nothing, IGP, nothing. Here's boss music, turns around and just sees Leonard French in the background with a giant weapon. Like,
Oh, that reminds me, he was actually DMing me earlier. I was going to ask him a few things too.
Leonard French, the
I
video
don't-
game lawyer.
Yeah. I don't think he can practice in my area.
Yeah, that's
I'm
unfortunate.
almost certain that he can't.
He knows his shit.
But he would at least be able to help me, you know, define what are the right questions to ask and stuff like that.
Yeah.
When I'm talking to the other attorneys. So hopefully I'll be able to at least leverage his experience in that route.
Leonard is good people.
He really is.
I mean, it's cute dogs too. Doesn't hurt.
Mhm, mhm.
My favorite is the videos where he's sitting there talking about whatever, and like I guess his wife is in the background knitting something, and people are more curious about what she's knitting than what the fuck he's going on about. And so now I can't unsee that. Like whenever she's putting, I'm just like, what is that? I
It just
can't
kinda
tell.
Focuses on
It's
it a bit.
purple. I can't.
It does. It draws you in. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie. It's
I
like,
used to
wanna know
do-
what it is.
I used to do extra work for television, and we were always told to not have actual conversations, but to just sprout gibberish.
Mhm.
Because if you have actual conversations in the background, people around you get involved, and the audience is wondering, what are they talking about? That looks really interesting. Whatever they're really into that conversation, and they're losing sight of the foreground.
Carrots and peas. Carrots and peas.
That's that rhubarb cantaloupe melon.
Everything you.
Rebel,
said.
rebel.
Okay, Atomic's
I
move.
think my internet is tanking.
I believe you're correct. Hi, I'm Atomic. I play things on the internet occasionally at some point. I'll get back to it eventually. Not much has really happened since Wednesday. I finally caved, said fuck it, and bought an Arduino to fix my printer, upgrade my printer. Because it's like, by the time I actually get everything working the way I want it to, it's like I might as well just buy like the whole proper thing. So I'm waiting for that to come in. That's pretty much it. I mean, we really haven't done. It's been sick. Somebody brought me home the plague, so that's been fun. But the fever broke early this morning, so that was the worst part. So you know, Sudafed fixed the rest. So I'm feeling fantastic. So
I'm really glad that your character currently is at like one
One
health
wound.
and has already been stabbed in the chest with the Hellblade, because that is when you need that Sudafed right there.
it's really when you need the Sudafed, you know. So yeah, it's actually what gives me the feel no pain. It's the Sudafed kicking in. It's like, you know, came to the wrong neighborhood, motherfucker. And yeah, it's good stuff. Luckily, we aren't fighting Nurgle, so Sudafed's gonna do pretty well here. But yeah, it's pretty much just been me. Just been listening to music as normal. Waiting for the next series of audiobooks to get here. Every time the audiobooks go on sale on Humble Bundle, people are like, oh, do you have this? I was like, I have every one of, like, at least excluding the Age of Sigmar ones, like all the 40K ones, I have them. I'm like, like none of the stuff I ever read goes on sale. So I'm out of books to read, and then I'm out of, you know, just waiting. So what can you do?
You
Mark
could
of
get
Faith is
the
good.
audiobook for Warbreaker by Brandon Sanderson.
It's on Audible. I'll look at it.
Oh my god, I can't even imagine what it would be like to turn Atomic into a Brandon Sanderson fan. Holy shit. Get Atomic in as the first player of the Stormlight Archives tabletop war game. That would be where I'm at. Yep, that's my new plan. Man, it to the list.
Adding it to the list.
You got anything else going on, Atomic?
Not really. It's just been, you know, just been fighting off the flu, and then just hanging out, just waiting for parts. Story of my life, waiting for parts so I can get my printer back up working. So it's pretty much it.
Very well. Grimdark James, a man who speaks
Hey.
very fast.
How you doing, AP?
You know, I'm present.
Well, I want to acknowledge I've driven 200 miles to be present today. I spent the last 3 days in 3 different states. I was watching the Grand Slam tennis down in Melbourne. I went to a gaming convention in Canberra, and I drove back today to be here for this stream. Excited to take part again in this unending horde of demons.
We appreciate that a lot.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you appreciating it and also offering it in the first place. But no, I saw a lot of 40K at the convention. A lot of people complaining. All I saw was Eldar, flyers, and repulsors. As far as the eye can see, I was in a line for lunch, and there were 3 people behind me saying, "I'm quitting competition until they fix Marines." So it's definitely some despondence in the community there. But I got my son to play D&D for the first time this weekend. I took him down for a learn to play Game of Adventurers League. So he made his first character, got his first set of dice, had a good time. And then all he wanted to do was play Pokemon after that. So, but I call it a success.
Is this the same child that saw me playing Minecraft and thought, damn, that person has no idea what they're doing. You're bad at playing Minecraft.
That's correct, yes.
Very well.
Yep.
I like how you said the first set of dice because you know what's going to happen.
That's it. Have you not seen the meme where it says this guy came to my D&D group recently with only 1 set of dice? He sat down to play D&D with only 1 set of dice, like a psychopath.
Like a second.
I actually lost my dice bag, so I had to go buy a new set of dice.
I like that
I only
one.
have 1 set, guys. I'm sorry, I'm that guy.
I like that one. It's like a truck with like that massive Amazon box on the back of it. It's like a flatbed truck. Someone says, "Oh, good, my dice orders arrived." Yeah, I've got a dice bag. I think I've got like maybe 7 or 8 sets plus the boulder. But then I've got just a literal bucket of D6s. It's either in the garage or in the attic from 5th edition. Just a huge bucket of D6.
Oh, so your orc / Tyrannid bucket.
I didn't even play orcs, but yeah.
There's a question in chat. What did he play as?
Chaos Space Marines in 5th edition.
No, I think they meant James's.
Oh, okay. He was a first level human fighter named Dragon Slayer.
Good
Given
choice.
he was first level, I'd say it was an aspirational title more so than an earned title.
At least you picked the correct class.
There are some small, wormlings you could possibly slay.
Look, by the end of his first game, he could happily call himself Giant Rat Slayer or even Bandit Slayer.
I mean, that sounds extremely typical of the D&D experience.
We need him to meet Finley because that'll be hilarious. Having Finley's new occupation of Rat King.
I believe it's a rat speaker.
Okay, whatever. He's a dirty Skaven lord and he needs to be purged.
With fire.
Just one more topic from me though. So I got some watching in this week. So along with catching up on Sid's videos and half of BattleTech, I also started watching Doom Patrol. But I also watched Underwater, the new from Underwater, which is an absolutely terrible movie. But if you're a gamer, I'm not going to spoil it, but there is a gigantic Easter egg in there for gamers. That film Underwater.
Mm.
Very well. Got anything else?
No, that's it.
Very
I
well.
don't want to rad this intro.
So, for those that haven't heard,
That's a verb now.
I think it's always been a verb, actually.
we've got a new show starting up. While Pokemon is on hold, I'm starting a new show called Board Games Cult. Pondo the Mad is a member. You may not know this, but Pondo and I are lifelong members. Our parents were members, and in fact, the Board Game Cult has been in existence since the year 1901. Some have rumored that it is older than
Not
American
even the
democracy.
1800s.
I'm sorry, Sid.
That's classified.
Yeah. 1901 is the first year that we have records.
Can neither confirm nor deny.
So myself,
That's
Cotton, and
right.
Pondo will join a chain of guests in playing board games. You too might be able to be on the show. All we ask is a functional camera, a functioning mic, and a functioning space to work in. If you're interested, head to the Discord and check the announcement section for Board Game Cult.
Preferably a functioning brain, too.
Well, I'm out.
Actually, I prefer my opponents to be as bad at board games as possible, so my victory is easy.
Oh, well, never mind.
So a functioning alcoholic then.
Yes.
Working on it.
I'm back in.
You're not a functioning alcoholic, Pondo. Jesus.
That's the working on it part.
Have you ever had a drink before?
Yes,
Okay.
When?
several times. I was
I
never
love
in
it.
So
college
I
years.
love how it's several times. He's like, I can remember every time I've ever had a drink. There's been 3
There
times.
was September 23rd, 2012.
Once when
There
I
was that time I
about-
thought it was a drink, but it
15?
was really just a sparkling cider.
One was about 15 when I turned. I didn't drink
15.
anything
You're
when I
so
turned 21.
dangerous, Pondo. I didn't have a drink till I was 20.
Look,
Shit,
Pondo,
my
I
first
didn't know you were
beer was
older than
when I was
15.
12.
Pondo, unless you have desk whiskey.
That's fair. I suffer
You
from
just-
baby face. I know.
Yeah, I know that.
I'm using a
Sure.
voice changer right now. It's hard. I know it's hard to believe.
Listen, Pondo, the old voice changing problem that you had was really good. It was incredibly funny. And
I can
it
actually
really
do that
was.
on a whim now. That's
Helium Pondo was a great man.
I think like this. Should be doing it. I don't know if
It's not
or
doing
not.
it. Don't worry about
Okay,
it.
well, I have to figure that out. It should be doing.
Seamless Pondo.
Yeah, you sound exactly the same. The board game cult. It will be around as long as Pokemon isn't around. Number 2, I had a polite off with someone today, and I refused to lose.
Canadian standoff.
Yeah, so there's a local, it's called the Dutch Country Farmers Market. Local Amish communities gather there and sell their goods. I go in Thursday, Friday, Saturday, one of those days. That's the only time it's open. Pick up a rack of ribs, mashed potatoes, gravy, maybe some deviled eggs. On Saturdays, it closes quite early, like 4 or 5 in the afternoon. And so I got there right as it was closing, picked up my stuff, and I was leaving, and I saw that there were some sandwiches at one of the sandwich places that hadn't been sold yet, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and buy out all those sandwiches so that they don't have to, whatever with the inventory. And the cashier started having a conversation in what I can only assume to be, I don't know what language they speak, so I'm just going to say Dutch, but it's clearly not Dutch. With people in the back, and they were like, you can just take the sandwich or not. I was like, no, please, I wish to purchase these sandwiches from you. And they're like, no, please take them. And I was like, I will be back next week to buy the same sandwiches. You will not evade my wallet, okay? I'm gonna pay for those sandwiches one way or another. It's gonna happen. That's all I got. My God, did Pano just down like a whole 6 ounces of whiskey right there? Maybe some vodka?
Not yet. I'm working
He's a
on it.
madman. He's a madman now.
Told you, I'm working on being a functional alcoholic. I gotta get through the
No,
alcoholic
you're
part.
not.
Look, until you keep bourbon in your cup holder, you step up your game.
Previously on this show, there was a battle. The battle was a meat grinder. People gathered into 2 lines and ran at each other. One of those lines didn't run at all. The other of those lines has done nothing but run. It's very frustrating. Atomic's character, Kalrak, stabbed in the chest with the Hellblade. His unit nearly wiped out. Many units have suffered damage. Some have been orbitally bombarded. Others attacked by berserkers or demons. Now the demon hordes respawn and are running across the map. I don't think they're going to get there. I think that
I'm pretty sure they're gonna get there.
I think it's going to be a very bloody battle. Get back to the battle in progress then. A quick look. You can see
Oh,
here
I
the
need to
demon
open up our
hordes
army.
respawning, running across the battlefield at the maximum battlefield run speed. We got some Daemon Princes. They're in a little bit of trouble here, They're low on wounds. They have no one in between them and some shots. There's a whole bunch of shooty people. Sid Alpha has too many guns. That's not a situation update. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, but to be fair, I need the increase of firepower just to operate at a normal level to everyone else.
Yeah, I'm gonna delete some of
So-
these dice. There are too many fucking dice on this table. We can bring more in.
Don't
as we
delete
need.
my
I didn't delete your fucking alien hexagram,
I
okay?
mean, we should just like all you have to do is just copy 5 or 6 and then just paste the amount you need in there and then delete them when you're done.
Mhm.
And there won't be a
Can I
problem.
ask, Arthur, are you still seeing blue dice in the
Yes.
over that side?
Yep.
For some reason, all the dice look red to me, but when I
I know.
rewatched the episode last
I
week, they
know.
were all
It
very
happens
different
on
colour.
BattleTech as well.
Yeah, it's a tabletop thing.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yep.
We just change it, and then AP gets upset about it.
Because for me, it looked correct. And the audience. And that's really the only people I care about. Cast members? I don't give a fuck.
You realise, Sid, the 8-pointed star gives Arthur's forces power, not ours.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm feeling that chaos
His
energy
number
right
of
now.
corn, yes.
Well,
It's not
then-
8 was
chaos.
corn.
Delete.
9 is Zinch.
Why can't I
7 is
delete?
Nurgle.
I don't have the power to delete.
I'll
and
promote you.
6 is Slanesh.
No one cares what Slanesh is.
I mean, drug
Slanesh
abusers
is
do.
literally like 90% of this game, but okay.
There we go.
He's been
The
Slaneshing
8-point
for
star has
days.
been deleted into the ether.
That's fine.
You send it to the warp. That's where they want.
Oh shit!
Speaking of rewatching last week's show, Arthur, I thought you might want to mark the blood letters at the back because they're the ones with the banner of blood. I don't just so you don't forget when they come back and go away, which one has that buff.
Sure. I feel like we can do this by giving them a color. That color is ultra red. How about
Keep
that? How about that banner of arterial blood right there? That oxygen-rich, ironized.
Sorry, did you say ultramarine?
I
I
It's
don't
like,
know. I think
I
they need to be
I
a bit more of a puce color.
You're a fucking puce color, okay?
That's what happens, James. You put together Squad of Marines, and it's like, oh, one of these has an icon of vengeance. Fuck. I always remember that after I've primed them, and I'm like, oh god.
Let me say this: if Sid was a wizard, his cloak color would be mauve. Sid, let's do this thing.
Googling mauve.
It's a great color. You'd enjoy it a lot.
Yeah. If you Google mauve, you'll
Fucking
get better results.
pink. Pink. See, Arthur did this.
It's no, it's a purple.
No,
barf
he
purple.
He stated this on purpose because he knows Rachel Messer is watching right now, and she's going to take that and she's going to run with that shit. And he knows this. He knows that she relentlessly trolls me.
I do know that, but I didn't know she's watching. And mauve is not pink; it is barf purple.
Barf purple. It's a lightish red.
Incidentally,
From,
to me, Rachel Messer, who just messaged in chat, also is a purple color.
What I've been
The mob's
seeing as
everywhere.
far as far as working on the counter revolution, you kind of incentivize it, which also counteracts my helping. So I've kind of just it's not going to work.
I mean, I've been trying to help, but Sid's got to approve that black budget so we can get shit done. I mean,
I'm sorry, I just spent my December YouTube funds on the vehicle. As soon as I get my tax returns, then I'll be able to get that budget approved.
Well, no, it's more the fact that you sabotage yourself is what I've been noticing. It's
Okay.
kind of
No, see,
Save
Bondo,
it for the
you
second intros.
You think that I'm actively attempting to counter this? I'm not. No, I was thoroughly enjoying two people fighting out for supremacy at my feet. It made me feel very Palpatine-esque. So that's what I was doing.
Let me remind you that Palpatine gets yeeted into the reactor core of a Death Star.
He rules unopposed for like 60 years. That man gets a full lifetime
like
as
30
emperor.
years, 20 years, 20 years.
Only 20 years.
It's like 30 years from when he's
No, because the twins were born at the end of the
All right,
third
I'll
movie.
accept that. But then
And
he
Luke was like
continues-
19 years old when he left
Are you talking
Tatooine.
about the non-canon trilogy that comes after?
He continues to rule in
I think
the
he's talking about Chancellor to Emperor as
Yes.
well, is what he's including.
and he's the senator emeritus.
Oh, so you're talking about the non-canon,
I'm not talking any
the
non-canon.
fanfic
The
movies.
man is just okay. But
I'd call the Rebel Alliance opposition, by the way.
just
That
he
is-
made
that
the
is
rebel.
opposition.
No, I refuse to get involved in a Star Wars discussion. Play the fucking game. It's the movement phase for y'all. It's the third round. Your turn.
I think all my models are pretty much good because I want his demon prince to be the closest. So I can smite him. I think I'm good.
I think you're good too. Sometimes you're even okay.
Well, let's not
I
get
might
carried
be.
away.
No. Not
Yeah,
good.
don't forget the vehicles are full of helium.
Yeah, it's really
So
weird.
I locked all of the Tauroxes because they had no physics.
Well, you didn't lock the.
Well, it's got physics,
re-
so
Well,
if
it's
it's
the
not
normal.
working, then you're the problem, not the model.
Wow.
You know what? That's probably true.
You're the problem. Grimdark James 2020.
You got me there.
Atomic,
We
do
need
you
to
have
make a shirt of that, chat.
You saying,
Do
James?
you want to move? I don't know if you want to move yourself out of the. I mean, we would need to kill those bloodletters this term, but I don't know if you feel exposed over there on that side with one wound and only one guy looking after you.
Well, I mean, even with the one guy, I mean, they were even with the three guys, they're snipers. So, let's
Get
see,
behind the hero of the Imperium. He will protect you.
no.
I mean,
I'm
you can
gonna
space
suggest
those
him-
devastators out. They can move without penalty. Well, they're right hands anyway, so yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, that was just so they could back up out of that melee clusterfuck. See what I can move 6 inches.
Yeah, you can move
Oh,
6.
that's right, everything. Yeah, I got 36 inches of range. So actually, so 34. No. Let's see, where could I get? Could get over there by Lycus.
What are you going to do with your Grey Knights in front there, by the way, Pondo? You happy where they are?
Yeah, they're
No,
kind of all
move
right at
the-
the moment,
Move the devastators
considering
first.
that demon prince is close to them, so I can smite them. They're the closest.
Okay, you're happy to try and kill them in the shooting phase. You're not absolutely keen to get in the melee.
Let me look
I'm
at the
keen on
blob.
getting
Let
rid
me
of
look
that
at my
demon
troops.
prince.
And back to the blob. Back to my troops. I want to suggest I don't get in the melee phase.
Okay, just wanted to say options are on the table.
By the way, James, happy Australia Day.
Thank you. I meant to mention that too. Yeah, it's our equivalent of the 4th of July here today. So
Well,
can
happy
I can back Lycus up. I was trying to be the
happy
standard
Australian
old
4th of
Lycus
July. What
dude.
do you call it?
Australia Day.
Australia Day.
Well,
Well,
it's-
happy Australia Day.
It's controversial. It gets more controversial every year though, because
Yeah,
it's
I kinda
the
wanna-
it's the 238th anniversary of Europeans settling Australia, and of course
Oh.
we've got a very large indigenous
God damn it.
population which call it Invasion Day, or Survival Day, or other things like that. So every time there's
Why-
events on, there's always protests.
Why can't people just accept holidays like these for what they are, an excuse to get drunk and shoot off fireworks?
I don't know if shooting off fireworks is right now is a great thing to
Well,
do. In
yeah,
Australia.
right now that probably wouldn't be the best idea in Australia, but the getting drunk part,
I mean, that's
Yeah,
every day. though.
barbecues and beer. That's Australia Day for
barbecues
us.
and beer. Yeah,
Here's my question. I think
Perfect.
I know the answer
I would
to.
love to barbecue right now.
If I move a single model of the unit, does the whole unit count as being moved?
Yes.
No, it's
No?
no. You know, so if you have like a Devastator squad or like a squad with a heavy weapons guy, and you then conga line them out, and the guy with the heavy weapon doesn't move, they don't take the penalty. It's based on what the
Hmm.
model does,
Okay.
provided you
That's-
stay in coherency.
Okay.
Sergeant 6.
That's what I was guessing. Actually, I was guessing for some reason the whole unit would count as moved. So I did not move my silencer, so you won't suffer the penalty. I just wanted to maybe ensure that he had.
I'm gonna move the librarian over here. I keep forgetting to let off the thing before.
So we happy with the moves? Any other moves required?
I don't think I need to move anything, actually.
The only thing you might consider is bringing. Oh, actually, no, he's on 24-inch range anyway.
Yeah,
with
no,
the
yeah.
so you're fine. So I was going to suggest when we go to the psychic phase that Pondo, you might want to go first because Arthur's got a denying range with the flesh hounds, and you get the bonus for Brotherhood of Psychers. So
Yes.
yeah,
I was
you
thinking it
probably
because
won't go
all of
first.
them, because all my smites are going to go into the Demon Prince.
Yep.
So Terminator Smite, Demon Prince.
Mm-hmm.
Terminator Smite.
This is this.
Have you looked at the new book, by the way, yet, Pondo, or anything about the new book and the changes to Grey Knights?
No, I need to get it. I know that they have a couple of doctrines, which right now it doesn't really matter to me because
Yeah, they've got their tides, and probably the one that would be interesting to you. I mean, obviously, there's no point in doing it halfway through a battle, but there's one of them that lets them add 1 to all their smite damage, which is actually quite good in a battle
oh yeah,
against demons.
that's it. It's more beneficial against non-Daemon armies than it is Daemon. I think it's really neat that you can actually switch between tides. I also think it's neat that there's a psychic power that lets you gain a command point on a whim.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
All right, so
smite roll.
Smite on a 4 against the Demon Prince.
Yeah.
That'll be an 8.
Okay. Now,
So
if
you
I
need a 9.
choose to deny this, what fuckery happening?
So you would need to roll higher than that. So you need 9 on 2d6.
Well, let's just go ahead and.
Okay.
All right, so the Demon Prince takes a 3. All right, next the Brother Captain onto the Demon Prince. Same roll, 2d. Same roll, need a 4. Higher would be better.
Just on the subject of Demon Princes, Arthur, which Demon Prince is the Marine one, and which 2 are the Demon ones? Because it matters for the keywords.
Made no differentiation between them.
Okay,
What does it matter
only
for?
because the Legion keyword only applies to the one that's so the one that's got that's part of your Marine detachment will get the World Eaters bonus, but won't get the Corn bonus.
Okay, I haven't used either so far, so
Yeah.
I don't anticipate using either at any point during this battle.
I got another 8.
Sure. So he's gone now?
That means
Yep.
3 points, so yes.
Yep.
And that's all my psychic shenanigans.
Do mine next or do yours, James?
Well, I'm out of range now.
Okay.
I only had range to him.
Let's
Okay.
see.
I am so sorry.
I was gonna shoot that guy, and you smote him, but good.
Yeah, I smote him, but good.
All right.
Sometimes
Well, I
pays to
guess
have
I won't
guaranteed
shoot him then.
Well, yeah.
I don't know.
That's all right. So Atomic can still smite the other guy.
Well, I've got something better. Well,
You can do
it's
both,
stupid.
technically, your Medusa thing and then your smite.
Well, I've got Tenebrous Curse as well, which would half his move characteristic on his turn. Or, half his move characteristic and halves any advance or charge rolls.
So I would probably consider smiting him and dropping that onto the Bloodletters, only because he's very unlikely to survive.
The Blood Brothers within 18 inches? They're not. They're
No,
a
they're
range.
not. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
In which case, I'd probably just focus fire down I'd probably just do the Fury Medusa again on the Doom Prince as well.
Yeah, might as well.
It's up to you though. I don't.
I mean, you very good point. So we'll do Smite first. Unless Arthur wants to try and deny it.
I can't.
No. Okay.
And he gets 1 deny.
I will deny.
Fuck you.
I mean, you can deny whatever
That
you want.
one. All right. Smite failed. Fury Medusa succeeds. It's actually
Goes off.
2.
That's a 4 plus.
Yeah, I gotta roll a d6 for that guy.
Yeah, it's a 4 plus, I believe, because he's not a vehicle.
4 plus for this 6. Or sorry, 3. Yeah, nothing. Wait.
No, we'll have to.
Nothing.
We'll have to shoot him to death.
Yep.
Very
All
well.
right, that is the psychic phase over. So now we move on to shooting.
Correct.
Let's bring it. Who's only got limited range the point of view of making sure we get as many shots going as possible. We should probably do Brody. I'd probably look at doing Brody first.
Yeah.
Let's see. I need to look up Brody's guns. I just opened
He's
up
got the
sheet
Punisher
here.
cannon. It's all pretty much all 24-inch range except for the las cannon. But I'd probably
also
suggest the
has
las cannon.
He also has that one.
Oh, the Hunter Killer as well.
The Hunter
Hasn't
Killer,
fired that yet.
I haven't fired that yet.
Yeah.
I was debating on whether to hold off on that unless we started getting into some dire straits. Or
I'd probably. I mean, I don't think we're in that dire straight now. I'd probably put the 2 melter guns and the las cannon onto the Rhino, and put the Punisher cannon onto the Flesh Hounds. That'd be my suggestion.
yeah, that was kind of what I was thinking.
And the Storm Bolter.
Is it multi melters or melted guns?
Melter guns. You're right. Sorry. So they're I think only
Melter
12-inch
guns.
range then.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Multi melters.
Nope,
have
multi
24
melters.
inch.
Multi-melters. Okay, it is multi-melters. There you go.
My God. I know
So you
such a bit.
confused me, Pondo. I knew he had 24-inch range.
Las cannon, multi-melta,
Multi-melta
Punisher,
has 24 inch
and
range.
Storm Bolters. Okay, so Punisher onto the doggos, and then everything else onto the Rhino.
Punisher and the Storm Bolter on the Doggos.
Oh, gotcha. And then the multi and the las on the Rhino. Yeah.
Yep.
Let's do that. So,
What are you going to start with?
Let's start with the Rhino first. So that's the las cannon and the multi.
So 1 shot hitting on 3, reroll 1. Las cannon.
Oh, what the hell was that? Okay,
All right, that's a hit.
There you
Okay.
go.
Then
At
wounding
least
on
you
a
could
3.
reroll that.
No. All right. I don't think it's worth spending a command point this early in the shooting phase.
No,
against that target. No.
it's
Okay.
not.
So then
It's
you've
only
got
the
2
third
shots.
phase, yeah.
2 shots with the melter guns hitting on 3s, reroll 1s. Okay, you reroll the 1.
What is up with all these ones tonight for me? Oh my God. Okay.
2 hits.
Okay.
Wounding on
2
3s.
It's better than twos.
Oh,
2
both
wounds.
wounds.
No saves because it's -4. So it's just straight up 2d6 damage.
Hey,
8.
8.
It's got 2 wounds left.
That's not bad.
That's it. It's fully degraded. It's only got a 5-inch move, something 5-inch move now, I think. So, all right, first set of 20 on the Flesh Hounds.
All right, let's get the dice.
Okay, hang on.
Just
Hang
let
on.
him.
Hang on. Just chill. I got it. I got you.
The power
So
of
we got
copy
5,
paste.
10, 15, 20. Look at that. Shit.
That is indeed how math
all
works.
set.
Hitting on 3s, reroll 1s. So I'll get rid of
Alright.
2s. What do you?
Reroll that. Reroll that. Reroll that. And reroll that. Why did 2 of those ones come back up as 1s? What the
Okay, wounding on 3s.
wounding?
Are they
on
toughness 3?
3s.
They're toughness 4.
Then it'd be tough. Winning on 4s.
No, because the Punisher from the Lehman Russ is strength 5.
No, it's
The
Yeah,
Punisher-
it is strength
No,
5.
it's 5 on the Lehman Russ. It's 4s on the Tauroxes.
thought it was 4.
Look, you've been
Yeah,
wrong
it's-
once today. Don't compound it by being wrong
it's
again.
5 on the team.
Wow.
I am looking at the sheet right now.
Damn.
It says S5 AP0D1.
Interesting.
No mercy. No mercy. No pity. No remorse.
Very
no
well.
chill, apparently. Jesus.
I love it. Oh, it's great.
All right, so
Get rid of 1s
7,
and 2s.
11.
Oh, yeah.
It's 11. You get
Yep,
there's
there
a
you go.
counter on the side.
11 5-up saves then.
Roll in the middle.
So fails 6, so it's 3 dead.
Notice these dice, or at least in this tray, seem to come straight down. They don't just kind of fuck off where we really
I
want to
know.
go. I like it.
Okay.
So I guess the and then you got 2 shots with the storm bolter.
Yep.
As well. Hitting on 3 reroll 1s.
You ever seen those World War One
Both
images of
Yep,
like
and then wounding on 4s.
all the shells after like an artillery barrage?
No.
Okay. Then the
Imagine
next
Second 20?
Oh, so yeah, I haven't done the second 20
Oh,
from
yeah,
the
yeah.
flash gun. That's
I
true.
can do
Yeah.
the second
Okay.
20. Thank you,
16.
Pondo. You're actually helping me instead of Arthur for once. That's a nice change.
How many wounds is on the dog so far?
There are 3
was
dead.
6. There are 3 dead. So there were 6
Okay.
wounds on him.
Yep,
This is just
Sid,
one.
when Pondo's polite to his opponents, it really gets you, huh?
This is because
It does.
Arthur was being polite today. Is that we've been all being so foul instead.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
really
I can
James,
Pondo
you're,
like Arthur
listen,
does.
man, I don't know what's got you at 100%, but you're there. Wow, there's way too many 6s in that roll.
Well, it doesn't do
I
anything.
don't know. I'm actually trying to speak slowly for the benefit of our YouTube viewer, and it's just making me angry.
There's not just one YouTube viewer, you know that, right?
All
There's
right,
only one that
so-
watches with closed captions.
That's true.
So 7.
10 more saves.
10.
You know, James, I feel like this episode is probably going to be watched by a lot of people in closed caption. That's
You
why
got 10 saves of 5+ Arthur.
we need to say a bunch of words that are really difficult to auto-translate, like Marmaduke, Margarine,
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Bahamut.
Okay, that
That's
unit is
dead.
wiped.
You have 5-up save or a 4-up?
5 up.
Oh,
5 up.
okay.
Which one are we shooting at?
Doesn't matter. There was
This,
only
is, this is the
rhinos.
one remaining
Or
flesh
the
hound
dog,
left.
sorry.
Yeah, the flesh hounds are all dead.
Have you been taking away blood letters?
Yeah, I thought you were shooting at build
No.
letters. My bad.
No.
All right, they're coming back now.
They were not in range of that.
In
In fact, the
I
next
feel like
Taurox
Pondo
is
should have caught
only
that.
in range of the rhino. So it's going to be hard to wound, but you may as well
I'm
fire
sorry,
the shots
Pondo, I
there.
do love you. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
You guys need to have a
We're-
bro moment real quick, you know?
No, it's all right. We're all
Get your,
100%
you
today.
guys need to get your squad back together?
A little bit.
We can get Atomic to send you guys Sudafed, actually.
We're out of coherency.
I mean, we could sit down with a drink, but
Yeah.
Listen, if there were 2 people on this stream that I think would make really good Jaeger pilots, I think it would probably be Pondo and Atomic. They seem like they have really high sync rate together. Drift compatible.
drift compatible.
Fuck you for reminding me about that film.
Why?
never-
That film is
never-
great. It is so good.
We're talking about the first or second one?
The first one. I would
First
say
one's
the
good.
second
Second one, not so much.
When we
I mean,
play
it's entertaining. It's not good.
Tonight we're canceling the apocalypse.
when Pondo and I play Total War Warhammer, we do pretty much think the exact same way. It is kind of eerie at times. I'm like, "You gonna do it?" He's like, "Yeah, I got it."
Yeah, Pondo
This
is
is-
very compatible with other human beings. Him and Rad have a high
Pondo
compatibility.
carries nothing into the drip.
All right, quick game's a good game. Next Taurox can only shoot at the rhino, so you may as well, or the first Taurox can only shoot at the rhino, so you may as well do your shots there.
No, go away. Don't shoot me. I
She's
don't-
just gonna repaint the front of the rhino.
So 4 autocannon shots, hitting on 3s, reroll 1s.
Wait,
Be like,
who's autocannon?
Sorry,
Who's
Taurox.
autocannon?
autocannons. They're heavy 2s. You got 2 of them this is from the Taurox.
Oh, I didn't realize I was going again here.
Yeah, I might as well just
Sure.
Remember
First
getting,
shots,
tech priest.
getting your gun line out of the way.
Taurox. All right, autocannon. I've also got a storm bolter and the Gatlin. Okay.
front of that
Let's-
rhino.
let's-
Your
range here.
20.
You can only
Out-
reach
out of
can only
range.
reach the rhino.
I
Right,
think only
yeah.
your autocannons in right. Well, no, I guess you're.
No, my Gatlins are as well, but
Yeah.
those won't be
It's
much.
going to have a
we
hard
start
time. It's
off-
only got 2 wounds left. You might get lucky.
Yeah, we'll start off with the heavy hitters, and then if I can't polish them off, then I'll plink at them until they die.
There would
All right,
be
so autocannon heavy 2. So we got 2 dice.
4 because there's 2 of them. You
Oh,
hit-
right,
so you
right,
got 4
right.
dice. Hitting on 3s, reroll 1s.
3
Rid of the
hit.
2. Wounding on 4s, strength 7, toughness 7. 2 wounds, 2 4-up saves.
Okay.
So that is 2 damage.
Oh, well then I'm just gone.
Does it
Does
explode?
does explode?
Does it explode?
No. All right. The rest of the
Excellent.
shots pound.
What Sid just did there is there would be tanks from World War One that would be covered, like hit by so many bullets that the front would just be plated in lead. That's what you've just done there.
So next Taurox can only reach the Demon Prince.
I thought those other guys were
Oh, you
in
could do that too?
range of its Gatlins. So I was
I would
planning on
honestly.
I was
hit
planning on
them.
putting the heavies into the Demon Prince and the Gatlin into the Bloodletters.
Okay, good. I did put the autocannon in there, and then
Yeah,
put the
that'd be-
Gatling and the
that'd
Stormbolter and the Bloodletters.
Because I want to wipe out those Bloodletters.
Well, we've got the Devastators over there too, so hopefully we'll knock them down. But yeah,
All right, so you've got. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I wouldn't worry about the other. Just do what you were gonna do. Heavy on one, and then Gatling on the other.
All right. So 4 shots hitting on 3s on the Demon Prince. Reroll 1s. 2 hits.
2.
Wounding on 3s.
I have the Tetris soundtrack stuck in
Both
my
hit.
head now.
2 4-up saves, Arthur. So the Demon Prince takes 2 damage. 2 per hit.
But he's got what, 5 wounds.
Yep.
Got 5 wounds left. Yeah.
So
Then-
snipers would be a good idea, right? I mean,
Then 20. Well, he's got a second autocannon with the last
that's
Taurox last
That's
2.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
All right, then
I
you got
also have
20.
the Storm Bolters as well.
Yeah. You could just do all 22 shots on the Bloodletters in one go because it's the same stats between the Storm Bolter and the
Yeah, they're
Gatling
the
cannon.
exact same.
So 22 dice.
Well, you've already got 2 in there, so
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Copy. 5, 10, 15.
Some are falling out of the box.
Yeah.
Okay, now we got
There we
2
go.
or 2
You
minutes
got
there.
him. No, you got him. It's 22.
Oh, sorry, 22. Sorry, yeah. Okay,
Uh,
reroll 1s.
All right, 2's out, right?
Okay, and then wounding on 3s because they're toughness 3.
Right.
So 2's out again.
That is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You don't reroll
10
this one?
saves. No,
No, it's
Okay.
for wound.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
10 5-up saves. So that is 5, 6, 7, 8
That's
dead
8.
Bloodletters. Yeah. And then just do the last Taurox now.
Sure.
Rinse and repeat. 4 shots at the Demon Prince.
Just go ahead and do the. Well, never mind. You already took them out.
Well, let's go ahead and get the big dice out of the way.
Okay.
So 10.
14.
And
Okay.
we'll just do the Storm Bolters and the Gatlin at the same
Together.
time again.
Reroll 1s, remove 2s. Okay, and then wounding on 3s.
That was a pretty good roll, actually.
Not too bad. So that'll be 6, 8, 11 saves.
You're removing 1s and 2s.
Well, we can just pull
Ones
it
and
down
twos,
to
yeah.
11.
Oh.
Oh, one too many out.
Yep. Sorry.
There we go. 11 saves.
So I don't touch anything.
5 up. So that is 7 fail. And then
Well,
4
I
shots
didn't
at
take
the-
him out, but I thinned him.
Well,
Yeah.
we've got 18 heavy bolter shots and then 36 hurricane bolter shots that'll go on them, I'm sure. So we'll see.
I still have the assault cannon from the Razor pack as well.
Well, I would put the assault cannon on the Demon Prince, honestly. That's what we've been doing, right?
All right, so this is the
Mixture of both.
cannons.
Yeah.
So these are 4 up.
3 up.
Ti-
Reroll
3
1s.
Hey,
hit.
look at that shit.
Wounding on 3s. So
Ah,
2
two.
saves of 4 up. Arthur. No, he's down to 1
4.
wound.
That was a
All right.
very effective unit there.
Yeah, Sid, you've done your contribution for today. You're all good.
Apparently.
Do you want me to
Go
put?
next with the, I can
Well-
go next with the Razorback if you want.
Well, I've got the one eliminator. I could put him into the Demon Prince and see if he takes him out.
We've got a whole
Fire-
bunch of snipers.
Yeah.
I'd almost feel like let's look at what can
Save
only shoot.
those for shooting at the back line. Mainly.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like to try and thin
Yeah.
those out. So I was going to say, like, what's got limited range? So the Razorback's only got 24-inch range with the autocannon.
Yeah, so pretty much I can only
assault
shoot the
cannon.
Bloodletters and the Demon Prince. I figure I could finish off the Demon Prince at least with the assault cannon.
My Hurricanes are 24 inches.
So I
Everything
think
else
heavy
is
bolters-
36. Well, the heavy bolters are 36, but the Hurricane bolters are only 24.
So what I would suggest is maybe start with the Razorback and consider doing, I guess, do the Stormbolter into the Bloodletters and the assault cannon
Yep.
into the Demon Prince.
Yep. I'll go ahead and start with the Stormbolter. Since I didn't move, I'm at rapid fire, so 4 shots.
Yep.
Hitting on 3s. That's not great.
And wounding on 3s.
Yes. 2 wounds.
2 more 5-up saves.
Oops.
Nice. Save both.
Listen, the power of chaos.
And then 12
Power
with
of
the
chaos compels you.
Nah, I didn't include that part. Corn's not really a compelly kind of guy, you know.
12 shots at 3 up.
I mean, he won't stab you in the back. He'll just stab you in your
only
face.
1 miss. Yeah,
and
only 1
wounding on
miss.
4s.
Yeah, is he toughness 6?
I believe they're toughness 6, aren't they? Demon Prince. Correct if I'm wrong here. Demon Prince.
It might be right. I don't recall.
Is toughness 6, as I thought.
Okay. Wounding on
4s.
That's
4.
so
So
4
that's-
4-ups.
Yep. He did. Miss-
Hey,
okay.
1. Just needed that 1.
So Atomic, I was going to suggest. Well, okay. So what can the Terminators reach? They can reach there. Can they reach there?
I can reach anyone in the front lines, technically speaking.
Yeah.
Because we want to try and get our AP weapons onto the Berserkers. 'cause they've got the
Berserkers.
3+ save,
I
and he's devastating.
I can spend 2 command points to
Yeah.
get Cybolt ammunition, which would give me 20
I can
shot.
I can reach him with the heavy bolters. They're out of
Yeah, the
Hurricane
Centurions.
bolters.
I'd say the Centurions are probably the best to go because they've got the -2 AP. So I'd probably go with them first, and then mop up anything that doesn't die with the Terminators.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But I'd probably put the Hurricane bolters onto the Bloodletters.
Mm-hmm. Well, I have to. There's nothing else in range.
Yeah,
I don't
nothing
think.
else to
So.
shoot. So you'd be
18.
18 shots with the heavy bolters.
1, 2, 3. Let's see. What is it? Hang on.
Hitting on 3s, reroll
Threes.
1s.
Well, that wasn't the smartest thing to do. But yeah, reroll 1s.
So pull out 2s. What are 2s today?
And then didn't roll on. Okay.
All right, then. So we're wounding on 3s.
3s. Yeah, it's AP2.
So that will be 7 saves at -2. So 7 5-up saves, Arthur, for the Berserkers. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4,
22,
5
5.
killed.
Yeah. All right. And then doing Hurricane bolters.
Yeah, 36 shots.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. 6. Yeah, I gotta stop doing that. I gotta fix my stack.
Are you re-rolling 1s?
Yes.
No,
Right.
no,
No,
because
no, no, no,
hurricane
you're right.
bolts are rapid fire, so they don't reroll ones. The ones and
Correct.
twos get pulled out.
Yeah, you're correct. You're correct.
You were also 1 die shy.
Oh, was I?
Yeah.
Well, I'll put that in a corner. Sorry.
I saw 35 dice in the tray.
Yeah, that was a 5.
That's 3, so that could stay there.
Yeah, I gotta not stack them
Okay.
like that.
That's everything. I think. Okay, so then these are wounding on 3s.
They are AP1, yeah.
Hurricane
no,
bolts are AP 0. It
yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
matter
you're
because
right.
it's demons anyway.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So he's got 5, 9, 14 saves of 5 up.
All right, so let's get 14 in there. There you go. I keep forgetting. I'm used to like they're the only weapon I have that is not a heavy weapon.
Just watching Arthur stack dice.
Trying to keep my mind active so I don't end up going on Twitter and then you're like, kill some flesh hounds, and I'm like, what? Demons, right? Yeah, those ones over there.
It's what I was doing in Wrath and Glory before I realized you can hear it in the background. Like you'll just I watched one of the videos to say you could just hear click, click, click,
So that's
click. It's
10.
just me
10.
fixing my
This is on
dice.
the berserkers.
No. Sorry, this is this set of bloodletters here. That was
Bloodletters.
with the hurricane bolters from the Centurion Devastators.
I just need to survive and hit that 1 on the route check.
Yeah, I know.
Like someone
Alright.
finish them off.
They might be in range of the intercessors.
Yeah, so like they are. I'd say that
36
they got
inches.
36 in range. Yeah, so they can also shoot stuff up here though as well.
That's true.
I would probably like consider doing. Actually, I might have my character just shoot at those.
Or I was going to say, well, we got Kalrak, Lycus,
Yeah,
Eshairr.
Let me go with my brother captain because he can only shoot the Space Marine, the Chaos Marines.
okay. Yep, with he's got Scion or Silencer. Which one's he got?
Silencer, so 6 shots. They're multi-wound weapons, but there's really nothing else.
I mean, might as well.
This guy's name, by the way, is now Brother Captain Hammerhand, since that's what you called the model.
I accept this.
Yeah, what happened to the ambient dialogue between your characters, by the way? You guys told me you gave names and personalities to all these guys.
I do have them
I
all
did
named,
not.
actually. Well, I named the
You gave
squad.
Brody a personality, so that's your character. So.
Hitting on 2s, don't reroll 1s.
Yeah, I named the squads and then I named the HQs, but I did not name every individual character.
I was here expecting
Wounding on 4s.
more role-playing effort out of all of you. Very sad.
We're
2
too
wounds,
focused on not dying.
Yeah,
3 up,
this
2
is
3 up saves.
basically the
AP.
role playing is everyone just yelling in synchronicity as all of the weapons are firing at once,
I mean,
nonstop.
So
Yeah,
One guy's killed.
The
Of the
berserkers. Actually, Grey Knights don't yell when they fight; they're quiet.
They are pretty calm, if Drago's any indication.
Okay, and then the yelling dins out, and then you just hear the
The
great
yelling's coming
going,
from behind them.
and that's it.
Space Marines in general are pretty calm, just because they're not.
Well,
The
it's 'cause their
cacophony of-
emotions are suppressed.
Well, just the Iron Hands have that implant, but they're just because they're not bothered by the cacophony of battle. You know, they've got helmets, and it's all like blinding stuff doesn't bother them. Loud noises doesn't bother them. Like they're insulated, so they're pretty calm when they're fighting, unless they're yelling.
They only yell when they're smashing face.
Pretty much.
Okay, Antifo's out of range. The engine seers are all out of range.
I got a sniper rifle and I got the missile
Lycus
launcher.
Lycus is out of range. So still to fire is the Eliminator, Kalrak, Eshairr, the Rangers, the Terminators.
They're out of
the
librarian
Autarch,
range.
the
The
Intercessors.
intercessors. Correct.
Yeah, Librarian's out of range. So, 'cause everything else is pretty much now. Because what the Terminators are still in range of.
I can
Yeah,
hit
this-
any of the demons. Demon things.
Okay. So I'd suggest probably finishing off the Terminators.
All right. So I got 16 shots.
Let's see.
Storm bolters going into. Should I finish off the smaller group or the bigger?
Listen to your heart.
I mean,
All right. Well, the Scion is going to go into the Chaos Marines.
I'd say just get the
Cor-
closer ones. Why not? I mean,
Corn cares not from where the blood flows.
only that it does.
I'll attempt to chip away that group.
You're really quiet, Pondo.
Am I?
Since not fun to me. I don't.
I think it's fine to me. Yeah.
You are a touch quiet. I think if,
All right.
I think if your
turned it
mic
up
was like
now,
1
so-
inch closer, you'd probably
Use
be
your
about
outside
normal.
voice.
Use your outside voice. This is his outside voice. What are you talking about? How do you
Alright,
read
so
stuff?
I'll start with the Psi cannons into the Chaos Marines. So I'll be hitting on, since he didn't move, I'll be hitting on 3s. I'll hit wounding on 3s because it's toughness 7.
How do you rename stuff, James?
Right click on it, and down the bottom you should see the
3,
name.
4 up
thing.
saved.
Huh.
AP -1. 1 more dice.
I don't see that.
Like where it's so which one are you trying to do?
Oh, I see it. I see it now. Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. It's a. Yeah, I got it. I got it.
Now for the 16 shots into the smaller group. Hitting on 3s.
Boom. Rename my librarian. I literally just went into the back of the Iron Hand book and just started rolling dice for the name
Yeah,
generator.
that's great. I
on
did the same with the
3s.
Eldar.
Let's see. I don't know if I actually have individual
6,
names for
5
the
up saves
Centurions.
on the smaller demon group.
I don't.
That's actually a lot of 5 up saves.
Because
So
Space
2 more
Marine
dice.
squads are weird, and that they're named after the original squad leader.
All right, so Pondo's done now with the
Yep,
with
that's
the
all my stuff.
Terminators.
All right. All right. Should we put you want to put the intercessors on the berserkers? Finish them off.
Well,
you
So
think?
why don't we start with the United and get the United to fire a hyperfrag round at the 2 remaining bloodletters?
Yeah, you could do that. That's
D3 attacks, I believe.
yeah. I'm checking just to make sure I believe you correct.
Don't want to risk that 1 on the die roll.
D3.
That's right, we've got more shots to
Strength
happen.
5, AP 1 damage. Yeah. So yeah.
So D3 attacks.
Yeah. So get this. See,
Two attacks.
And then
Hitting on 3s.
yeah.
Reroll 1s because he's an iron hand.
Yep.
Wounding on 3s. So 2 5-up saves.
They did.
Squad wiped. Okay.
Single rush shot, and then just sort of a boom, and you just see demon heads pop. And
All right, so it's
then-
Kalrak, Intercessors, Rangers, Eshairr left to fire.
So what we could do is Eshairr and Kalrak could both take sniper shots at those berserkers.
Yeah, well, you can also pick a target for your missile launcher as well.
Yes, I could do that. So I mean, either we could probably take both of them out if you want to do that,
Okay.
or
Well, I'll go first because then we'll see how well I do as to whether you allocate the missile to them as well. So my shot to hit.
well, because if I don't have to,
Hits.
I can put that missile in. I can fire an HE.
Wounds, 3-up save, Arthur. No, one of these guys is killed.
All right. I'll put my sniper round into that guy.
And what do you want to allocate the missile launcher to?
We'll put a frag missile into the bloodletters over here,
Okay.
because either way, it's not going to wipe them out. So what I'm those 3+.
Yep. Hit.
6.
Wounding on 4.
It's 5.
Yep. 3-up save.
So yeah, 3 up.
No.
It's gone. All right.
Arthur, this luck is not with you today. Well, we'll see when it's your turn. I don't know.
I can't. I don't. What did I? Oh, that's right. I wrote
So
it down.
it's D6 attacks with a frag missile.
Yeah.
Strength 4,
Yeah.
no AP. no
Either
damage.
way, Corn still gets what he wants here.
I mean, you pretty
yeah.
much. All right.
5 shots.
Yep. You know what? Oh, well, just give me 4. Fuck it. 5 shots. Strength. You're hitting on 3.
Hitting on 3s, yep.
Yeah.
Reroll 1s because it's heavy. 1 miss.
Fucking.
Wounding on 3s. So
2
2
wounds.
5-up saves.
Yeah, it's not great, but whatever.
Okay, 1 bloodletter from this squad killed.
Still got the intercessors.
Yep.
5
shots.
I'll put them into the. I'll put
Small
them in
group.
those guys. Yeah.
Yep.
Why not? Might as well. Alright. Hitting on 3s, reroll 1s.
Roll 1s. 2.
So,
Okay, wounding on 3s. So all
ones.
wound. So that's going to be 4 5-up saves.
We'd be fucked if James was not here, by the way.
So 3 more killed.
No, we'd be okay. It'd just take 5 times.
They just take a lot longer, I know.
All right, I will
So we'd
put
be
the
fucked.
the
It's
range
like I'd
will
be
fire at
constantly
the,
staring at the card. Okay, they're yeah,
Well, I mean,
strength
I've got it up
versus-
there.
yeah,
It's
okay,
just
okay.
my problem in, at least it was in 5th edition, is I just get the numbers off by like 1 because it's just a lot of them have similar numbers. But at least with Space Marines, it's like they're all baseline bullets, it's 3+. So it's not terrible.
all right, I will fire my 5 shots from the Rangers at the big group at the back. Hitting on 3s, roll 1s. Okay, wounding on 3s, 6s are mortal wounds. So that is 3 5-up saves. So 2 killed,
This group.
the big one. And then the Autarch will fire a Star Swarm missile into that group. So 2 shots, hitting on 2s, roll 1s. 2 hits, wounding on 3s. So 2 5-up saves.
I do like that most of
Big
our
group.
shooting is
Yep.
like you've got all the Burt behind us,
2
and
kills.
then there's just more Burt from the Centurions.
So let's double check. Fired. Everyone's fired.
Everyone's
So-
fired but the librarian, but he's at a range, so it doesn't matter.
Nobody's charging, so it's just morale checks now. So this pack here lost 6. So anything but a 1, and they lose more. 2 plus 6 is 8, they lose 1 more. And this group here lost 4, I believe.
Yes.
Yep. So anything above a 3, they'll lose more. So they lose 1 more. Actually, sorry, they leadership 6 or 7. Sorry, leadership 7. Yeah, that's right. Okay, that's it. Turn over. On to your turn 4.
See what comes back.
It's
I
not
feel
too
like that was
bad.
I feel like that was a good turn for us. That one we did pretty well there in
We had
terms of
pretty
clearing out.
above average damage output, it seems. We had a lot of
Yep.
5s and 6s, or a lot of 6s especially. If only the snipers could have all got 6.
Sid was the hero this turn.
I'm not going to try and rename your token because I don't know how to spell your fucking name. So I figured I wouldn't do
It
that.
was a very rare good round for me.
I mean, he had above average damage output, which is, I mean, that's, as long as your model kills more shit in points than, well, I guess maybe not for this game type, but
Mhm.
you're doing
I'd
work.
say for this game type as well.
Not as much. I mean, it's not as big of a deal for this one because they keep fucking coming back.
It's also nice just to be able to kill stuff off the board, though.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. It's just the problem of like shit just coming, like you kill something, you turn around and it just stands back up. And you're like, fuck. That's pretty much what's happening. I'm just gonna have the Eliminator follow Kalrak around now because what else are we gonna fucking do?
Got that
Oh, yeah,
all
don't
these
forget
guys
your plus
set.
1 to move. Yeah.
+1 to. Is it +1 to move or +1 to advance?
It's plus 1 to advance. Plus 1 to advance and charge rolls.
Yeah.
Is it you have to make it within an inch?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So it would be 11 inch charge.
They get plus 1. And the group in red can re-roll failed charges.
And they get 3d6 charge range.
Yep.
Jesus.
They advance, so don't worry about it.
Can you
Yeah,
still declare a charge if it's
no, they have to be within 12 inches to declare a charge. But
That's what I was guessing.
some forces like Howling Banshees do have the ability to declare a charge over a longer distance.
That's the end of my movement phase. We now
Yep, who
roll to
comes
see who
back?
comes back.
Thank goodness.
They all come back.
At least the
Oh, you know what I'm
See,
looking
that's
at?
one thing I'm worried about is killing too many in one round because that means more will be coming at the same time.
I mean, but they're further back though.
thematically it doesn't quite make sense to leave them
Uh-oh.
alive.
Do you need to step back on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thematically, it doesn't make sense to leave them alive because there'd be more actually coming, not the.
Well, there's only a maximum amount that can ever come in, right? So it doesn't really matter when they come in.
These units. Now. Flesh hounds are back.
Tubular. So none of the bigger stuff came back.
Yeah, that was a really poor round as far as reinforcements go.
Okay. I don't feel so bad then.
Just all the troops came back.
I just prefer it to be staggered as opposed to all at once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the key thing is make sure that the big guys don't come back.
Oh, as long as
Isn't it the easiest for them to come back though?
No.
What about your
No, it's the
smaller
troops
squad
that
up
easily want
here?
to come back.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
What about your smaller squad up here?
They're not totally dead.
yeah, they're not wiped yet.
Oh, that's right.
So we've got 5 points. So let's pick one of these groups of 3 that just turned up and use the traps stratagem.
How much
So
does
have you
that
got the
cost?
book handy?
Traps
It's- I think-
stratagem.
So yeah, so this is particular to meat grinder.
Yep.
Where it's 1 CP when enemy reinforcements arrive, and you roll a dice for each model in the unit, and on a certain number they take a mortal wound, I believe. Arthur's got the book handy, I think.
Right.
I mean,
Holy
okay,
crap.
DP's got it. I can pull one up.
Okay.
Chapter approved. So.
And so please roll a 5+.
I mean, I can grab mine if you need me
No,
to.
I'm on my way.
It's the core book.
Yep, I'm here. Meat grinder.
All right. Never mind.
5% view rating. Traps stratagem. 1 CP. Use the stratagem when a reinforcement has arrived on the battlefield. For each roll of 6, 1 model in that unit is slain.
So we can do this unit here when they arrived.
So I guess.
Okay,
30
so
dice.
30 dice. Yep. And did you roll a CP regain? Sit
Doing that right now.
Oh,
We
Oh,
do not
okay.
get it back. Sorry.
down to 4.
so
Maybe I shouldn't have said please this time.
how many are we rolling?
Yeah, I think you're being too
30
nice
dice.
now.
30.
30, 1 for each model in the unit.
All right.
Okay.
Let's.
I think you need to be. I think you need to be mean to
All right,
me.
I'll let
now,
it
Pondo,
update.
for it to work.
Yeah, we're supposed to be
Need-
like heated this today. We need 5
Need
more.
4 more or 4 more.
4 more.
30. Yeah. All right.
Okay, who's rolling?
I mean, doesn't
I'll
matter.
do it.
All right.
You need
Okay.
to roll high, so that would obviously not be me.
Well, see, we have to ask you, please, Sid. We have to yell at Pondo. That's the way.
That's below average. 2 are killed.
Ouch.
Wow.
You didn't yell at me fast enough.
Yeah.
I got a lot of 5s.
Thanks for that follow.
Yeah, thank you. They're just as useful as 1s.
Well, I might as well roll for that other one, the other group, right?
No, you can only use each stratagem once per phase.
It's per unit. Okay, gotcha. All right.
All right, so shooting phase.
Nothing on the battlefield can shoot, and
sounds about
nothing can charge. So that's it.
That's movement for us.
Yeah, technically speaking, that unit needs to make a morale check still. They only lost 2, so on a 6, 1 more runs away. On a 1, some come back. No. All right, so that would make it our turn 4 then.
Yep.
So movements first.
At the start of your turn,
Turn 4. Yep.
you get a communication, Lycus.
I answer.
You can see Inquisitor Calidus Sinovis's office. The ritual space that you saw being set up is covered by icicles in the shape of mushrooms that are weeping blood. There are 2 dead people who, imagine if your skin was inside your body and your organs were along the outside. Your organs were your skin. 2 such individuals lie in a steaming pile in the middle of a ritual. And Calidus has his hat off. He's sweating. And it makes it clear that he started calling you and then had to talk to somebody else. And he's saying, do you understand what the title of Inquisitor means? It means that I get what I need. Damn the black ships! Bring me another psyker! I don't care about the tithe! And you can hear someone go, well, sir, we actually care about the tithe here. And then you hear a gunshot. And Calidus turns back towards the camera.
Someone's
and
in
says,
a bad mood.
Servitor, bring me another one quickly. We must do what we can. And like the camera turns, and it's clear that his servitor that has the open chest that you can pull a field phone out of is the one that he's talking to. And you can hear Calidus calling, Lycus, I'm going to need you to hang up in a minute. My phone is walking away. There is a slight problem. I'm having trouble controlling the shield against the immaterium. You just have to hold out for a little bit longer. We're going to keep the ritual going. Okay? I can't hear your response if you're saying anything. You can hang up now.
For the shield.
If you're saying anything, I can't hear you. My servitor is walking away. Just hang up the call. Hang it up.
I guess Lycus just hangs up, or actually, I keep it open. Okay. He would know when.
So what's happening is you're getting what's obviously the gate of a servitor, like walking into a room. There are a bunch of emaciated, pale, in rags people, and the servitor grabs one, and the one's like, no, please, not the black ships, not to play anything but that. No, oh, hey, that's not a black ship, that's an office. Is this about my job interview request?
I think Lycus will shut it off at this point.
Okay.
Is this about my job interview?
Do we need anything that needs to be moved? I don't think so.
Let's see. Do I want to?
You
could come closer to me. I would actually really appreciate it.
I'm good. I'm about as close as I want to be. Sid should definitely shoot first. Actually, he can't.
You should probably psych first as well.
Well, yeah, Psychers have to go first.
Okay.
Why are you pointing from the middle of the fucking guy?
I'm sorry. I was looking at the barrel. Okay, no, you can. Okay. Anyway, I will smite, which is the least necessary, just to get rid of. I'm gonna say those guys first.
Yeah. Well, it's whoever's closest. You know, get to choose.
Oh, that's true. Who is the closest? 12 and
10.
I guess these are the lucky guys.
Yep.
What about you? 18, 16. Yeah. Okay. All right. Smiting twice. Those guys. That's a lot of dice.
Have you informed any of us about this weird ass phone call?
Weird ass what?
This weird ass phone call you just got that told us nothing.
I think it's pretty much really like it appears the support to block the summoning, the teleporting of demons is being worked on as we speak.
So what I'm hearing is it's delayed.
Yes. Needing forge smite. Got a 4. I don't think you're in range
Just
at all.
look over at him.
I'm way across from you. I'm the tank.
I'd probably be the only one who heard it if you're sitting there running your mouth,
3 wounds over there.
looking up from reloading a
This
missile
one-
tube and just being like,
3 mortal wounds off
I
those guys.
guess. So you're saying Rafeth. That's exactly what you're saying.
Smite from the brother captain onto the same demons because they're the closest. Needing a 4. That's
That is
perils.
the perils. You want to reroll, or you want to take the D3 more wounds?
How many wounds does he have? I think
I'd really
5.
appreciate it if you just
5
took
or
those
6.
barrels.
He has 6 wounds. Do I care?
I'd probably take the wounds, I reckon.
Nah, I'm just gonna take the wounds.
All right.
So
So 3 more dead, Arthur.
The D3 wounds.
2.
Taking 2. If all else, he's just out of action for the next thing, which isn't too terrible.
That's right. The Grandmaster will be back, recuperated from his long sleep.
It would have been nice to have both, but it's really I can't really afford to have both.
Should have brought a fucking medic.
All right. Librarian.
Yeah, to be in that small group there. Let's see. Yeah, I mean it doesn't really matter.
What is the range of the Tenebrous Curse?
8? They're all 18.
Okay.
All 18. I probably should have moved him, but I didn't.
Yeah, that's why my character's been inching forward.
Yeah, I saw that, and I was like,
without exposing herself.
Yeah. All right. So do smite on the group of 3. Was that 5?
Yep.
Like
So a success. D3 mortal wounds.
D3.
All
3,
killed.
all dead.
We're very
Oh.
psycherish army almost. at the
Yeah,
moment.
I mean, it's the most we've brought. Yeah, I think these guys are out of range.
I really don't have a choice. 'Cause that's all my stuff essentially.
All right.
Except
I'll just
except for
smite the big
Well,
group then.
Yeah, I mean, all your guys are by default psychers. That's kind of how it works.
that's their
Okay,
thing.
the success. So that's another 2 mortal wounds on the bloodletters.
I'll take a squad wipe. That's not terrible. It's the best smite roll I've gotten.
All right. Shooting.
Shustink.
I said we go with Sid first again.
Well, he's
Well-
not got much. The tank commander's out of range.
He can barely get those.
What's got las cannon? What's the range of your stormbolter?
24.
24. Oof.
He can barely get them.
Yeah.
I can
Technically
get them.
speaking.
Technically speaking.
I don't know. I feel like it's out of range. I don't know, Arthur, if you want to make a call on the range of
What are we
the
talking
Is it
about?
tank
from
commander Brody
the
to the 20.
Is it from the barrel or is it from the
It's
track?
any point on the model to the base
from the
of,
very tip of the barrel?
to a base to the tip to a base.
Oh, I thought it was to any point of the model.
Nope.
No.
Has to be the base.
If-
It's
if
any
a
point
model-
on the model for the vehicles. It's to the base
Yeah.
if it has one.
If a model has a base, you treat the base as the model size.
Excluding
Base like a vehicle.
Yeah,
excluding
Excluding
systems.
hover vehicles.
Yeah, hover tanks
I thought that you
Yeah.
do that for line of sight.
No, this is for range.
for range. Yeah.
Uh,
There's some exceptions.
Seems like it's 24 inches to me.
I mean, if you
I'd rather you not, but it appears to be a legal move.
But I'm
Okay.
gonna.
We have a ruling.
I mean,
You're
I
gonna
would
let me,
assume
then
yes.
I'm gonna.
I was gonna say I would assume yes. You would rather us not light up your army. That would be
Correct.
ideal.
Oh, they maybe put the las cannon onto the flesh hounds.
Yes.
Right.
that way they don't stop our, at least take out one of
Yeah,
them.
and
maybe.
you'll just kill one really bad if you do it. But
Yeah.
Let's see, I got 30.
it's multi damage and they're multi damage opponents. That's all. So
Ooh, wow, this board is smaller than I thought. I
all
feel
right.
like.
So one shot with the las cannon on the flesh
Six.
hounds, hitting on 3, reroll 1.
All right.
I also just realized our characters have much larger bases than everything.
Yeah,
else.
we do.
Reroll 1.
That's
Yes.
still what?
All right. 2 shots with the
Goddamn
multi melters at the bloodletters, hitting on 3s, reroll 1s.
James, you have our character stats, right?
I do.
Yeah.
What's the range on
Winning
the
on-
missile launcher?
48 inches.
48.
Winning on-
Okay.
Winning on 2s.
One wound.
One 5-up save.
And this is flesh hounds.
No,
No.
this is on the red blood letters
The
now.
blood
Okay,
letters.
one is killed.
We need to get your 20 dice ready.
And I've got the storm bolters.
Okay.
Yeah, two shots.
Should be 3 up, right?
Yep. Then 3 up to wound. Yep, 5 up save. 1 more dead. Then 40 shots.
Pondo,
I got you.
why not let me?
Sorry, I forgot. You have the privilege to be using said dice. So I should let you go spawn the dice.
What are we doing, Pondo?
I was trying to speed.
No, he's trying to speed me up, and he's actually getting in my way.
What Sid is saying is, don't stand. Don't stand.
All right.
So. Don't
Hitting
stand
on
so
threes.
close to me.
All right.
Reroll 1s, 2s can fuck off. Wounding on 3s.
Ooh, that's not good. Okay, let's move these away.
And then it'll be saving on 5s. Cool. 9 saves. So 6 die. And then the second set of 20.
All right, second set of 20. And that's a lot of ones.
That's right, 1s are okay. You can reroll 1s. It's all these 2s that are bothering me.
The useless number.
All right, and then 3s to wound. It's the problem with you see how miracle dice work, which this is a battle now.
Mhm.
You can roll these dice at the start of the turn and then supplement them. So that's going to be orbit 2.
3, 5, 7. 7
Yep.
dead.
Yeah, you roll a miracle dice at the start of the turn or when they get triggered, and then you put that dice aside, and you can supplement that dice for other dice rolls in the future. But yeah, 2s aren't great because so many things that 2s are good for, except maybe a morale check.
Or
All right.
Terminators.
Yeah, but there's no sense of battle terminators though.
Well, yeah, I mean, just 2s in general. Terminator's really about the only one.
That's everything for
Brody.
Brody.
1 tank down. 3 Tarlaks to go.
Shall I continue?
Sure.
Well, that Torox can hit the letters too. I believe.
Yeah. So, but the
No,
autocannons
No, it can't.
autocannons have a longer range though. So if they've got a long enough range, it'd be worthwhile putting the autocannons onto the bloodhounds.
Do they have a 36 range? That was only 24.
I thought they were
Yeah, no.
48. They're 48. I believe.
Autocannons are 48. Yeah.
I think armored autocannons are like 50.
Yeah, so I'd put
the
the
Gatling cannons are 24. So I'd put the autocannons onto the blood
flesh
letters.
hounds.
I'll put the rest onto the.
Yeah, autocannons on the flesh hounds. The rest on the blood letters. Because the autocannons are 2 damage weapons, and the bloodhounds have two wounds each.
Right. Gotcha. Okay, so we'll do the autocannons first to get those out.
4 shots.
And there's 4. Let's see. So these are 3s.
Yep. Reroll the 1 because it didn't move.
Hey.
We'll hit. Wounding on 3s. So
2.
2 5-up saves.
This is for flesh hands.
Yep. It's 2 killed.
2 killed.
All right, and then the 22 shots with the Punisher and Swan Bolter combination. Together at last.
The way it was always meant to be.
Nope.
This,
yeah.
that
This one
4
fell
that's
out of
one.
the tray.
Yeah. Reroll 1s. Okay, and then 3s to wound.
So that
gonna-
is 2, 3, 8.
14 saves.
14.
So that's 8 dead.
6. Yeah.
That's from this group here.
I'm a lead farmer, motherfucker. Just every time you fire, let's just imagine. I just hear that. I'm just like
Same again with the next Taurox.
It's like having a bunch of A10s just hanging out with them. I love it. I was saying earlier there's a pretty famous picture of World War I of after like artillery barrage. There's just hundreds of thousands of like shells, empty shell casings, just sitting out. They're like shell casings like this big. And they're like piled 6 feet high. I'm like, that's got to be what's happening behind us. We've got serps with like push brooms just pushing all the shell casings out of the way.
Ooh.
One 5-up save, Arthur.
That was definitely not on my knee.
One more flesh down kill.
That's one more flesh down killed.
And 22.
Do it again.
Okay, get rid of all the 2s, for all the 1s. Okay, and then 3s again. So that will be, is it
It's
12 saves. 12 5-up saves.
Damn.
So that'll be
4, 5,
9
6,
dead.
7, 8, 9.
That's the unit wiped.
Wow.
So the last
Okay.
Taurox can only fire its autocannon. I just try and take out the last
Yeah.
flesh hound.
That would be nice.
Shot.
All right. See if I can. Hey,
All hit.
So if
Threes to wound.
if you could kindly.
3 5-up saves. He did.
He did.
All right, Sid, you're done. Now,
damn.
it comes
Feel
down to
pretty
what's
good
still in
about
range
that.
now.
Well, we're right at the break point.
Yep.
We're right at the borderline, and that's where I'm going to wait for you, audience, to come back in about 8 minutes for the second half. When we return, what will happen? Probably there will be a lot more dead demons. Stick around. Or not,